Hundreds and hundreds of athletes across the country have taken on the brutal qualifying courses. Tonight in Venice, California, it is down to the city finals, where the top 30 qualifiers attempt an even tougher course. And only the 15 best will move on to Vegas. Will American Ninja Warrior legend Brent Stephenson secure a return trip to the national finals? Can ER doctor and rock climber Noah Kaufman continue to wow the audience with a spectacular rookie success? And watch history in the making as Jessie Graff becomes the first woman ever to attempt a city finals course. Find out who will move on for a chance at becoming the first ever American Ninja Warrior.
Welcome to Venice Beach, California, the site of the first of our 4 city finals, which will determine who from our qualifiers will move on to Las Vegas and a chance at Mount Midoriyama. I'm Matt Iseman alongside former NFL defensive end Akbar Gbaja-Biamila. 4 weeks ago, we began our quest to find the first ever American Ninja Warrior right here in Venice Beach, California.
But now qualifying is over. Only the top 30 made the cut to compete in tonight's finals. And this last step to Las Vegas is going to be a big one. The course tonight is beyond difficult.
For more on that, let's go down to Jenn Brown.
This year, we're raising the bar. The competitors will have to face a total of 10 mind-blowing obstacles. The first 4 remain the same from Venice qualifying, starting with the quintuple steps, followed by the frame slider, and then Domino Hill, and the floating chains. The 5th obstacle is new tonight. It's the trapeze swing. Then they'll have to scale the 14-foot warped wall. From there, this extended course continues with 4 more obstacles. First up, the salmon ladder, where competitors must jump a metal bar up 5 sets of rungs using only their momentum and upper body strength. Once they get to the top, they'll move on to the rope maze, where they'll have to hang onto the rope while maneuvering it through a maze of bars above them. If they make it past that, they'll face the cliffhanger. Athletes must traverse across 3 narrow ledges, leaping across the gaps using only their fingertips. Then, one final towering obstacle to conquer, the spider climb. Athletes must climb to the top of this 30-foot structure by wedging their bodies inside the chimney and pushing themselves 3 stories up. If they make it all the way to the top and hit the buzzer, they'll earn a trip to Vegas. Guys?
Thanks, Jen. Well, it's a daunting task to be sure. But our first competitor stepping to the line, he's a rancher from Salmon, Idaho, 26-year-old Lance Pekus. He completed the qualifying course in the 4th fastest time, and he brings a cowboy's toughness to tonight's finals. It's the iconic image of the American West, the rancher astride his horse riding herd. But along with the raw beauty, there's a real commitment.
You can wake up feeling sick one day, and the cows really don't care if you're feeling sick. They're still hungry. They still need to get fed. You take these other lives and put it above your own needs and wants, and get done what needs to get done.
Lance and his wife work her parents' ranch outside of Salmon. Their days often start before sunrise and end far beyond sunset. But somehow, he still finds time to train.
Kind of got to squeeze it in whenever you can. I try to either do it early morning or when we get done with work, and then I get to run my course out here a little bit and get up to the top of the warp wall, and then I got a pretty view.
As he looks at the nearby mountains, Lance thinks about another mountain he wants to explore.
Mount Midoriyama is pretty scary, but it means a lot to me. I've been training really hard, and hopefully it pays off.
So the cowboy is ready, and there's his wife, Heather. She's pregnant with their first child, due in a couple of months. And $500,000 could go a long way towards securing their future.
This is it. He only gets 1 shot to finish the course. If he does it, he's guaranteed a ticket to Mount Midoriyama. He ran in qualifying in that cowboy hat. I wonder if he would be better off without it so it doesn't get in the way of his peripheral vision.
Now, I'm amazing. He wanted to run in his cowboy boots, but felt the tennis shoes gave him a little better traction. Look at how light he is on his feet.
He is moving very quickly through the first half of the course. He ran these obstacles in qualifying, and his muscle memory is just guiding him through. And just like that, he is past the 4th obstacle.
Whoa, he took off the hat. Oh, no, put it back on. Maybe it gives him a little lift on the trapeze swing and right through it.
Well, last season, he could not get up the warped wall, so he built one that is taller than ours at the ranch. He cleared the warped wall with ease in qualifying.
And he does it again, making it look so easy. and this time so much quicker than in qualifying. That's technique, that's dedication. Now, this is the first time he's ever faced the salmon ladder. Of course, he built a replica in his calving shed. See if it pays off.
He's got perfect form so far. Arms bent at 90-degree angles.
5'7", 160. Obviously, a lot of muscle on that frame. Technique looking great. Does not want to get that cowboy hat wet. And now on to another of the new obstacles, the rope maze. Now he has to use a lot of grip strength. And look at him climb that rope, hand over hand to get to the foothold.
That was a big swing, but look, he has his feet on the knot, and that takes a lot of slack out of the rope. So now he has to use a lot of muscle instead of momentum.
And the hat, he's off.
The hat's gone.
And the crowd cheering him on. Doesn't look at that. The hat was slowing him down. His wife, Heather, obviously elated on the sidelines. But look at those forearms completely spent.
After all that hang time on the rope maze, he has probably lost all feeling in his forearms and hand.
He's not wasting any time on the cliffhanger. Oh,
use that wedding ring as a little bit of a grip there.
Look at the fingers. It looks like they're giving out on every reach. Oh! On the final transition, Lance Pekus goes out.
The ledge is only 2 inches deep. The finger and grip strength needed is tremendous, and after the rope maze, Lance just didn't have it.
Well, since he didn't finish, we'll have to wait and see if he went far enough, fast enough to earn a spot in Las Vegas. Well, this is it. This is history, Akbar. We're about to see the first woman who has ever advanced past the qualifying round. It's Jessie Graff, a 29-year-old stunt woman from Santa Monica, California. And don't let the chicken outfit fool you. She's one of the strongest female competitors we've ever seen.
I didn't realize before I ran the course that there hadn't been any other women that had made it past the qualifying round.
She just made history as the first woman ever to qualify for a city finals.
It would be amazing to be sort of a pioneer and go farther than ever before.
Jessie continues to push the limits in her work as a top stunt woman, a dream since childhood.
When I was like 9, I knew I was going to be an action hero on TV. And then one day I found out that the actors don't get to do the stunts, and that was the cool part.
So she studied and trained and came to Hollywood.
Every day is interesting as a stunt woman. I do a lot of fights now. Probably the thing that I think I do best is like crazy wipeouts. When I look at the whole course for finals, as a stunt woman, I think I have a strong ability to adapt to whatever craziness they'll put in front of us. I just want to get through. I want to make it to the end.
Well, she needs to be careful here. The quintuple steps took out 43 competitors in qualifying. And look at that. I love this approach on the quintuple steps using one side, scooting along.
And she wasted very little time and energy using that technique. She's already been through this part. 4 weeks ago, we saw her do this. Now look at her. She's using the same technique to wedge her body through.
She has incredible strength. If you look at that body, that outfit is a little deceiving. No! 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 What a great recovery! And now moving on to the floating chains. And she has excellent grip strength for this obstacle. Says she got to swing on a chandelier last week for a stunt.
One of my good friends is a stunt woman, and you can see the amount of training and the attention to details that they put into everything that they do. They are crossover trainers.
Wow, she just crossed over the floating chains very quickly. This is an impressive run. Last week, we saw the first woman ever go far enough to attempt the warp wall when Nika McElroy reached that milestone in Denver. Can Jessie Graff follow in her footsteps? And she's got it. Great transition, she's done it. She's through the 5th obstacle. Will she be the first woman to conquer the warp wall? She had surgery just 2 months ago to remove a bone chip in her right ankle, but she didn't get this far in qualifying, so tonight is the first time she will test that ankle. Oh, 2 more attempts. That one didn't look great.
And I don't think it's the ankle. She's just never faced this before, and it's extremely difficult.
Oh! A great run, but just came up short. She needs a little explosion. She had the run, just needed to lift up and hop. The entire crowd on their feet. They know they've already witnessed history. They want to see this historic run continue. Last effort.
Stay on the side of history.
Oh! A fantastic effort. Unfortunately, she goes out, but the crowd on their feet saluting the first woman ever to make it to a city final. Let's go down to Jenn Brown, who's with Jesse right now.
What'd you think about the warp wall?
Oh, it's so much fun. I wish I could have practiced before. I'm sure that if I worked on my sprinting and my steps, it's totally possible.
All right, will we see you back next year?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely, we look forward to it. All right, guys, back up to you.
Thanks, Jenn. Well, an appreciative crowd here tonight. They were certainly behind Jesse all the way. And ever the performer, she gives them a front walkover as her exit. Well, Jessie Graff captured the hearts of everyone here tonight. Coming up, they're the most versatile athletes from across the Western U.S. Noah Kaufman electrified the crowd with a one-handed grab at the warp wall in qualifying. The rock climber and ER surgeon brings his skills and confidence back to the finals. James McGrath is at a crossroads in his life, and he's put everything on the line for a shot at the $500,000 prize. Brent Stephenson made history last year at Mount Midoriyama. Can he keep the magic alive tonight?
More and more every season, this becomes a bigger part of my life, and definitely I've been waiting for my shot again.
When American Ninja Warrior returns.
Jenn Brown. The Venice finals are well underway. I'm here with Team Brent. I've got girlfriend Casey, who competed in the qualifying rounds, and as well as dad, Scott. Lots of new obstacles tonight. How do you think Brent's going to do?
I think Brent's going to do great. If there's anybody that can beat this course, Brent's the one that can do it.
All right, well, we look forward to seeing him compete later on tonight. Now we're going to head back up to Matt and Akbar. Guys?
Thanks, Jenn. Good to see those Team Brent t-shirts again. They were a sea of yellow at Mount Midoriyama last year. Right now at the start line, a first-time competitor who grabbed our attention with his powerful performance in qualifying. He's a 38-year-old emergency room physician and rock climber, Noah Kaufman. In qualifying, Noah impressed us before he even stepped on the course, using his ER skills to reset the dislocated shoulder of a fellow competitor.
That feels better, right? Thank you, sir.
Then he blew us away on the course, using his rock climber's grip in a warped wall celebratory pose. Yeah! Off the course, Noah has two passions, his work in the ER and his life on the rock. He's a serious climber and boulderer. He calls it his religion, and he says a climber will be the first to climb Mount Midoriyama.
When I was a younger man, I struggled with cockiness, but I've been climbing now for about 25 years, and I will be the first American Ninja Warrior because I have the skills that pay the bills.
Well, he may be cocky, but he can also make fun of himself. But tonight, he faces new and very technical obstacles on this extended finals course.
Yeah, he's taking the Jessie Graff approach to the quintuple steps.
After his performance in qualifying where he helped an injured fellow competitor and the confidence that this guy brings, Noah comes here tonight as a hero and a fan favorite. And I'll be honest, the MD doesn't hurt either. But for the ladies who are asking, too late, he's already married. No trouble through the frame slider, right into Domino Hill, and he's quickly through it.
Now he's on to the first of the upper body and arm intensive obstacles, the floating chains. From this obstacle on, Noah told me he's got the edge.
Tremendous upper body strength, not a lot of parkour training. In fact, he says parkour guys are wusses. A rock climber is going to win this competition.
Oh, those are fighting words to me.
Definitely. But he's through and on to the trapeze swing.
Noah told me he's got this down.
Now, some guys are just an MD, but then there's Dr. Kaufman, who does many things and apparently does them well. Now his first attempt at the warp wall. Oh, rough run. But look at that. What flexibility out of the doctor. And so far, he's living up to his bold claim. But now he faces an obstacle he's never trained on before, the salmon ladder. Look at that leap right up onto the salmon ladder. Let's see his technique.
So far, so good. Arms at a 90-degree angle here. Great rhythm.
Oh, bar uneven.
got one more
one more run. And you can hear his fellow competitors tell them he has to keep going, has to get the mark to the 5th rung marked with the silver tape. Oh! And Noah Kaufman goes out. His run flatlines on the salmon ladder, and Dr. Kaufman, looking incredibly disappointed, does not live up to his prediction, Akbar.
His technique was excellent, but after the bar went askew, he looked lost. Maybe he didn't count how many rungs he had to climb up. By the time he got the bar where he needed it to be, his forearms just gave out on him. A heartbreaking end to an exceptional run by Noah Kaufman.
No. Our next competitor is a rookie this year, trying to follow in his older brother's footsteps. It's 23-year-old Andrew Douglas. He finished the qualifying course with the 9th fastest time, but credits his older brother, JB, who helped him prepare for this season.
I look up to my big brother a lot. He's one of my heroes. He's my coach, my inspiration. He's the reason I did Ninja Warrior. I was shocked when JB fell in qualifiers and was kind of heartbroken that I made it further than him. I wish I could have gave him my spot when I thought that he might not be able to make it.
Well, fortunately, he didn't have to give up his spot. There's his brother, JB, who finished 21st in qualifying. His run coming up later. And there are Andrew and JB's parents here tonight as well. Team Douglas in full force. Let's see if he can match his performance from qualifying and complete this finals course. Oh! A slip on the quintuple steps. Andrew Douglas, and that is shocking. And his brother JB is stunned. And now he has to run the course in just a few minutes.
I think he lost his footing. Watch him again. Going along nicely, but on the last platform, watch his foot. See it slip a bit as he pushes off? He loses the big push he needed to jump to the landing platform, and that's all it took to end his night and a shot at Mount Midoriyama.
Well, a shocker here tonight. After a great qualifying run, Andrew Douglas will not earn a trip to Mount Midoriyama. Another 5 competitors failed to reach the finish line, 3 of them going down on the salmon ladder. Ryan Kretsch and Justin Walker both made it to the cliffhanger before losing their grip and a shot at a guaranteed spot in Las Vegas. Well, our next competitor electrified the crowd with his performance in the city qualifying. He's a 29-year-old culinary student from Santa Cruz, James Sklar. In qualifying, James showed us you can be a fierce competitor, but still have a darn good time doing it.
I got this! I will be the first American Ninja Warrior because I have the most fun. My dad trips out on Ninja Warrior. My dad was a huge influence on my life. He overcame breaking his back at work, and he's been disabled ever since from that, but he still took care of me and my 2 sisters. He puts on the TV and he calls me and he goes, "Oh my God, I think I saw you on TV." I'm like, "Quick, hit record." He's a legend in my eyes.
Well, now we know why he smiles so much on the course. He's thinking about his dad. His girlfriend Shirley here tonight, she says James walks quietly on the earth. You know, he always comes across as a laid-back guy, but he is a fierce competitor. So nimble through the quintuple steps. Into the frame slider. There are no footholds, so you need to lock your feet on the sides and lock in with your hands and arms as well. And we just saw him flash that smile. He's having fun again tonight and looks just as strong as he did in qualifying. High stepping right through Domino Hill, touched everyone, but was barely on it for more than a split second. I don't like that approach through it. All upper body. Didn't use his feet on the footholds. This is an upper body heavy course. That could come back to haunt him later, Akbar. Ooh, so smooth through the trapeze swing. Look at him, he's like a boxer there, measuring up against the warped wall. Let's see him deliver the knockout punch. Right up it! James Sklar has done it again to the top of the warped wall. Appreciates the crowd support, now onto the salmon ladder.
I can tell you, as an athlete, you draw so much energy from the fans as well.
A lot of body movement, though, a lot of swing. But look at that, propels himself right up. He's got his rhythm going.
Yeah, he has his rhythm going, but you're right, that sway will catch up to him. I told you, my coach used to always tell me it catches up to you when it catches up to you. It might get him here on the rope maze.
I disapproved of his technique in the floating change, but so far he's looking very strong. Sklar has energy in reserve. And look at this. Doesn't have his feet on the rope. I'm not sure what he's doing.
Well, by not putting his feet on the knot, he has more slack on the line. That makes it so much easier to maneuver the rope through the maze.
Well, you're right, Akbar. Had enough grip strength to hang on and use the extra slack to just fly through the rope maze. He's 2 obstacles away from completing this finals course.
You can start to see his fingers. They're starting to slip.
Oh, and he's fully extended there, trying to get back to 90 degrees. So close.
Sklar better use a little bit of speed. He's so close. You got to use speed.
He's inches away. He's got it.
He is 1 obstacle away from guaranteeing his way into Vegas. But now he looks totally exhausted, and he still has to scale the 30-foot-high spider climb.
And he's going with an unorthodox style. Instead of facing forward with his legs spread to each side, he's got his back to one side, leg bent under him, and the other extended.
Remember, this obstacle is brand new to American Ninja Warrior. James is the first to try tonight, and his style is not working well. He's really struggling right now, putting a lot of pressure on his upper body and shoulders. You can't pull yourself up with just your upper body. If I were him, I would take my other foot and I'd rest my butt on the other wall.
Absolutely. I think he may be done.
He's using the upper body.
Manages to wedge himself in and buy a rest.
No pain. No pain. Come on, Sklar. No pain. You got to get up the wall.
Oh! And it looks like he just put too much pressure on his shoulder, and it just gave out.
Watch it again. He tries to use too much upper body, and when his legs slip, all the pressure went to his right shoulder. He is definitely in pain right now.
So a great performance by James Sklar, but at what cost? Paramedic checking him out now, checking out that shoulder.
Okay, pull up on my hand.
Oh, man.
Well, we're going to let him complete the examination. We'll get an update on his condition for you, but there is still business at hand here in Venice. The first of our 4 finals competitions continues here in Venice Beach, California. The top 15 athletes advance to Mount Midoriyama. And we've got an update for you on James Sklar. Before the break, you saw his electrifying run come to a painful end on the final obstacle when he injured his shoulder falling on the spider climb. The paramedics checked him out, decided it was best to put his arm in a sling, not sure if it's a tear or a sprain. With just a few competitors left, James is assured a spot in the top 15 and a place in the national finals. But that is just 4 weeks away.
It don't matter. No matter what, I'm competing at Mount Midoriyama. One arm or both.
So James Sklar will try to get healthy for Mount Midoriyama. Our next competitor saw his little brother fall on the first obstacle. 25-year-old J.B. Douglas, a Mount Midoriyama veteran and former gymnast who teaches the sport to preschoolers. That work changed a young boy's life.
Backwards rule? I was working at a gymnastics summer camp, and I met a boy named Lenny. He was 5, and Lenny chose not to speak to anybody, his mom or his sisters, his teachers.
Lenny was suffering from selective mutism. He'd shut himself off from the outside world.
He really cannot talk.
His mother was desperate to find someone with the key to unlock the silence. And suddenly, there was JB.
He had to really find somebody to trust. And with JB, it was from the very first day.
How many flips have you landed, Lenny? Or when did you lose count?
307.
This was like the first step for him. And now he's just talking.
What flips are you getting close to now?
He thinks American Ninja Warrior is the coolest show ever. He kept his fingers crossed when he knew that JB was competing again this year. I think he kept his fingers crossed for 2 days.
When Lenny's mom tells me how much of an impact I've made in his life, it means more to me than winning American Ninja Warrior would.
He scores!
Well, a touching story, and JB certainly has his priorities in order. An inspiration to all of us. There's his brother Andrew, who dried off after his fall on the first obstacle, ready to lend his support. And their parents still in the stands, along with JB's girlfriend, Crystal.
And you know what? I'm sure his buddy Lenny is watching at home and cheering on his hero.
Wow, and just one stepping it through the quintuple steps.
4 weeks ago in qualifying, JB took a spill on the flying nunchucks. I wonder if he's using that failure as fuel right now.
Wow! Did you see that? Launched out of the frame slider. Well, his heart has to be in his throat there. JB with a solid run so far, now the floating chains.
I like the strategy of going high on the floating chains, because if in case you slip, you still have the safety of the foot guard.
It's so key to keep that momentum in a line, not to get going side to side or to start spinning. Locks his feet on that fourth chain. JB is all over the place, but getting through it obstacle by obstacle.
You got it, keep moving, you're there. Take your time.
His brother yelling, take your time.
And a strategy he completely ignores as he races through the trapeze swing.
Didn't waste a lot of time on the trapeze swing, so at least he's got a little bit of arm strength left. He's got some gas left in that tank.
Right up it. So he's moving past the obstacles he faced in qualifying, now onto the salmon ladder.
Keep moving, JB.
This will test your manhood right here. JB doing the salmon ladder with authority.
It's still getting a fair amount of sway on that body. One rung left. And he's up to make the transition now into rope maze. You cannot touch the pipes. Obviously, that's an immediate disqualification there. Keep in mind, if 15 people don't complete this course, it comes down to who went the farthest, the fastest. If he can get past it, he will put himself in good position to advance to Las Vegas.
And no one's been able to complete this Venice Finals course yet tonight.
But JB Douglas just moved one obstacle closer. Well, let's see now, the cliffhanger, the true test of forearm endurance. It is absolutely grueling. To give you some idea, a 2-inch depth there, just over a fingertips width that you're holding on to. And look at this form. This is incredible.
Yeah, he's speeding through right now. Saving his form. He's going.
Wow! Staring down the final obstacle, the spider climb. Look at him going right up. Great technique.
Look at how he uses all 4 limbs in unison. All he has to do is stay the course, keep going. He's almost got it.
And he's done it. JB Douglas has secured his spot in Las Vegas. He's going to Mount Midoriyama. An incredible run out of JB Douglas. He sets the standard. He's completed this finals course.
From his dismount off the frame slider to his mastering of the flying trapeze, and then being the first to get through the spider climb. Just a solid overall performance from beginning to end.
Let's go to Jenn Brown, who's down with JB Douglas.
JB, congratulations. You are the first tonight to earn a trip to Mount Midoriyama. How does that feel?
Feels pumped. I'm pumped on it all around in every way you can imagine. Team Douglas.
There you go. Congratulations. He's moving on. Guys, back up to you.
Thanks, Jen. So after so many failed on this course tonight, JB Douglas finally showed us the way to the finish line. And now a reunion with Team Douglas, mom and dad.
Yeah, I knew you could do it. I knew you could do it.
So JB Douglas joins 2 others who earned a trip to Las Vegas with their earlier performances on the course. After failing in the Venice Finals last year, Dustin Rocco reached the finish line this time. And with that, he earns his shot at Mount Midoriyama in his hometown of Las Vegas. And David Campbell solidified his reputation as one of the best, earning his 5th trip to Mount Midoriyama. Over the 2 nights so far, these 3 athletes out of 30 competing in the finals have guaranteed their spot in Las Vegas. Who else will join them? We are nearing the end of the Venice semifinals competition. 15 athletes will leave here tonight knowing they're on their way to Las Vegas to compete at Mount Midoriyama. Rookie James Iseman, an engineering student from Portland, Oregon, must have already been planning his trip. He had a near-flawless run and was racing up the final obstacle, just one step away from reaching the top. He could see the button at the finish line, but as he reached up with his hand, his foot slid out and his run ended inches from completing the course. Our next competitor is 22-year-old Jonathan Roberson. He recently graduated from Boston College with a degree in engineering.
He left with more than just a diploma. He picked up some dancing skills his senior year joining a hip-hop group, and a couple of years ago, he started parkour. Those two disciplines give him balance and control. So this is a nice little hip-hop dance move. That's something that he choreographed already.
Jonathan's of Filipino descent, grew up in the Boston area playing hockey, and right through the frame slider, now onto Domino Hill. Whoa, the dominoes started to fall, so he just leapt right over them. Jonathan's entire family rooting for him, but none of them could be here tonight because everyone's at his parents' 21st wedding anniversary. Whoa, hung up there on the floating chains.
I'm pretty sure he has extra pressure from his parents to make it through to Las Vegas if you're gonna miss out on the anniversary.
He says American Ninja Warrior is on his bucket list. Well, he could check it off if he were to make it all the way to Mount Midoriyama. Look at that, right up the warped wall.
Great leg drive. That's a former hockey player showing power with his legs. I'm impressed with his condition. He's not breathing hard at all. He looks like he is just warming up. This is impressive, Matt. A rookie taking his time, moving right up the salmon ladder. This obstacle is so difficult for rookies and veterans alike.
No, he's got to get the bar up one more rung to that striped rung. I don't think he realizes he hasn't finished with the salmon ladder.
Well, he knows now, but I don't think he has enough strength left to get back to the bar.
Oh! So James Roberson is out. Had he completed the salmon ladder and not had to try to get back, who knows what would have happened, but his run to Mount Midoriyama is over.
Oh, that's a lot of water.
Our next competitor is one of the most powerful athletes we've seen the last 2 years. It's 26-year-old James McGrath from Seattle, Washington. His personal life is up in the air right now, but this remarkable athlete stays focused on one goal, Mount Midoriyama.
My life's been in flux lately. I quit all my jobs here and moved to Houston for a job opportunity. Things don't always work out the way we want them to.
After the job fell through, James packed his car and drove west. He had no job, no home, no plan, but he still had one dream: to become the first ever American Ninja Warrior. And it showed in qualifying. James put all his energy into the course and posted the 5th fastest time. Then he drove back to his hometown to train for tonight's finals, working with the man who first inspired him to reach for greatness, his old track coach, Charles Upshaw.
Remember when you told me your forearms would start to get fatigued?
Yeah.
You need to work all muscle groups.
All right.
All muscle groups.
Training with someone I know so well and someone I really trust really helps get mentally focused. Honestly, I don't think I'm gonna be satisfied with the performance unless I win.
By the way, Charles coached James before his first trip to Mount Midoriyama when he made it all the way to stage 3. So James figured, why mess with success? This is a man who's made it to Mount Midoriyama the past 2 years and is one of the strongest competitors I have ever seen. He's going for broke. I think he's determined not only to finish this course, but to have the fastest time.
You know, interesting enough, James used to be a lifeguard, and I was as well. And I can say one thing is that they have extremely strong upper bodies. With all that swimming and all that preparation, you can expect the Beast McGrath to make it through to the finals.
He is 100% full speed ahead. This is a man who was a latecomer to parkour, but has picked it up in remarkable fashion. Look at that. It looked like he didn't even need his hands.
He didn't need his hand. He just swam up the warped wall. Are you kidding me? Excellent technique. His arms at a perfect right angle.
Look at that. Oh, my goodness.
Are you kidding me? Did you just see that? You know how difficult that is? That's equivalent to bench pressing 400 pounds with that amount of body strength.
That's incredible. His fellow competitors nicknamed him the Beast, and I think you can see why. He feels stronger than ever.
Keeping his feet off the knot for a better swing, and that's all grip strength. This is incredible.
Wow. Look at that. This is by far the fastest time we've seen to this point.
And he barely looks winded. Charles Upshaw definitely got him ready for tonight.
Now on to the cliffhanger, and James knows this all too well. Fell on the ultimate cliffhanger in his first trip to Mount Midoriyama. And he's through the first transition.
Matt, that grip is still rock solid.
He makes the second transition, and he is just about done. And he's making it look easy. The fastest time thus far, McGrath, one of the tallest competitors we've had. It's awkward for him to get his legs in there, but that's not slowing him down.
He's got the frog hat going, and you and I, we've had a chance to get inside the spider climber. We know how difficult it is to squeeze up there.
This is the most impressive run I've seen in this competition in years. It was absolutely flawless. James the Beast McGrath is going back to Mount Midoriyama, and I can't think of anyone who deserves it more. Just a remarkable performance by the Beast. Let's go down to Jenn Brown, who's standing by with James right now.
Thanks, guys. All right, James, that was fantastic. You made it to Mount Midoriyama, but you had the fastest time. How does that feel?
You know, regardless of my time, I'm just happy I made it through that course. That thing was tough.
Well, it was tough, but we will see you in Vegas. Guys, back to you.
It is time for the most anticipated run of the night. He's the man who's gone further than any other American at Mount Midoriyama, Brent Stephenson. Last year, Brent was the first American ever to complete the ultimate cliffhanger in Stage 3 of Mount Midoriyama. He has just made history, and look at him celebrating. He knows it. In the end, he couldn't complete Stage 3. No, and he's out. But he's confident this year he'll finish all 4 stages.
You know, a lot of people think Mount Midoriyama is impossible, but you just got to be on your game. A lot of it's being consistent, and that's where the training comes in.
After leaving Las Vegas, Brent's entire focus has been on training. He and his girlfriend Casey moved to San Antonio to work for an obstacle course company. They travel the country teaching others while training for American Ninja Warrior every single day.
If I make it to Vegas this time around, I plan on being to the top of that mountain. I was so close last time. I'm ready to get to the top this time.
And there's his girlfriend, Casey Catanzaro, along with Brent's family. Team Brent hoping to see him take the next step back to Mount Midoriyama tonight. Brent Stephenson has made it to Mount Midoriyama the past 3 years in a row. You have to assume anything less than a return trip would be considered a disappointment.
And he just saw James McGrath destroy this course. I wonder if he's thinking about that as well. Can he match that performance?
And look at that, Brent flying through Domino Hill.
And so far, his time is nearly identical to James McGrath.
Brent known for his tremendous upper body strength, but even he using the footholds there on the floating chains.
So many people think that you have to be Hulk Hogan, this big muscle-bound person, to be able to succeed in this. Doesn't always go to the fastest or strongest man.
Now Brent, professional trampoliner, very comfortable on the mounts. Great form. Brent Stephenson, though, has struggled with the warp wall in the past. And right up the warp wall, his cheering section loves it.
But he lost some time on the floating chain. He's slower than James McGrath to the top of the warp wall.
He's done the salmon ladder countless times. Let's see if he can match James McGrath's remarkable performance on this obstacle.
I call this narrow focus.
Right up to 90 degrees. Oh! Brent Stephenson out on the salmon ladder, completely shocking. I can't believe it. A shocking development here. Brent Stephenson, the man who's made it farther at Mount Midoriyama than any other American, does not earn a return trip to the national finals tonight. Let's go to Jenn Brown, who's with Brent right now.
Brent, I have to say I'm surprised that we're standing here talking about this out on the salmon ladder. What happened?
I know, I just, I should have gone on my first swing. I grabbed the bar. Usually I kind of go on the front swing on the way back, but I didn't really work out that time, but it happens.
Well, it's disappointing to see you go. Guys, back up to you.
So a shocking ending to the Venice finals. Brent Stephenson is out. But 15 others did earn a trip to Mount Midoriyama. 4 completed the course, led by James McGrath with the fastest time. J.B. Douglas finishes 3rd. The other 11 qualified by going the furthest, the fastest on this Venice finals course, including James Sklar, who finished 6th, and Lance Pekus, the cowboy, who's in at 11th. Next week, we'll be moving on to Baltimore, where a brand new finals course will challenge a brand new crop of finalists as our competition continues. For Jenn Brown and Akbar Gbaja-Biamila, I'm Matt Iseman. We'll see you next time on American Ninja Warrior.